I recently spoke with someone who told me that the metal grills on pop filters can actually create more sibilance. I thought that was fascinating because we have had sibilance issues with certain mics, and I always jumped right to the mic, but I never thought about the pop filter.
You jumped to my voice.
Yeah.
That was my voice.
Yeah, I thought it was our voice. It was the one control we had. Today, we've got a handful of pop filters. I just went through Sweetwater and I tried to find different. There's one that's like totally different. And then we have our Stedman that we've been using. And then I've got a couple others. While we're recording vocals, we're just gonna switch through and see if we can tell a difference, to see what you think. So let us know down in the comments as we flip through these what you're hearing, and I'll give you my assessment, and then we'll get Ariana's assessment as well. This is the microphone we're going to be using. This is the Lauten Audio 386. It is their Eden microphone. Real quick, I want to jump in here and just let you know that I am giving away a large diaphragm tube microphone, perfect for vocals. It's the LA320 from Lauten Audio. If you're new to recording vocals and you're looking for a vocal mic, this could be fantastic. Or if you're just looking for something nice to add to the collection, I'll put the link to it in the description and in my pinned comment. Click that link to enter to win this microphone for free. Remember, I will not ever reply to your comments telling you you won. I'll reach out to you directly. So click the link to enter the giveaway. This is the pop filter that we have been using. This is the Stedman Pro Screen XL. Up until recently, and I haven't heard these other ones yet, this is the one I thought was the best. For sure, the build on it is the best. We're gonna start with the pop filter that we know. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch through a handful of others. Now I've got a couple others here that seem to be very similar. The difference here is this is nylon mesh. Okay, so the thing I'm curious about is the different material. It's actually kind of cool. Ooh, I think I just bent it with my fingers.
So is this like lady?
Yeah, this is almost,
stockings?
yeah, it's almost like sort of, what's it called? Pantyhose?
Ladies' pantyhose.
Yeah, like pantyhose kind of material, but there's two of them on different layers, which is cool, with a little air gap in between.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen a pop filter like this, so we'll try that. This feels like the same material as this. Obviously, the Stedman has like some sort of heat shrink over it that's actually kind of keeping it. Yeah, I can already tell this. I think I might have just damaged this a little bit. So the build quality is not as awesome on that one. This one's weird. Okay, so what did you say about this when you first saw it?
But there's packing material stuck inside of the pop filter.
Yeah, so this pop filter, I already got rid of the box, so I don't know the name of it, but I'll put it right in front of my face right now. The material on it basically looks like packing material. Yeah. It looks like a very strange foamy. It doesn't feel like it though. It feels different. And then this one is another Gator Frameworks, but it's an actual metal screen.
So it's like a Stedman.
So, well, I don't know what Stedman uses because they don't say the name of the material. It just says patented material. But this, it actually feels different.
Yeah.
This is metal. I don't know what kind of metal, but feels very cheap. Let's listen to a couple of these, and as we flip through, drop your thoughts down in the comments. We'll see what we land on. Take one with the Stedman.
Pave me a path to follow, and I'll tread any dangerous road. I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow. If I can make your heart my home. Pave me a path to follow, and I'll tread any dangerous road. I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow. If I can make your heart my home. Pave me a path to follow, and I'll tread any dangerous road. I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow. If I can make your heart my home. I didn't like that.
The take or the sound?
The sound. Pave me a path to follow, and I'll tread any dangerous road. I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow, if I can make your heart my home.
Just for context, we're gonna be listening back to the vocal soloed, and Ariana's gonna try and guess which pop filter she's hearing.
Can I hear a little bit of all of them?
Yep.
Okay, number 1. Pave me a path to follow. Okay, so to me, I would be very surprised if it wasn't this one, because I remember when I sang into this one, it sounded like there was a mask on my face. It sounded.
Oh wow. Okay.
To me, it sounded muffled.
Very interesting. Okay. Number 2.
Pave me a path to follow. Okay. So this one sounds to me like a little bit muffled, but not enough to where I wouldn't like it. Doesn't sound that bad to me. So I thought it was this one, because I thought this one sounded pretty clear, but didn't have that sibilant sound.
Yes. Okay. Number 3.
Pave me a path to follow, and I'll tread. Can you just play number 4 real quick? Pave me a path to follow. Okay, so I think the last 2 are these. The number 3 sounds familiar to me. I feel like it might be the Stedman, and the number 4 might be this one.
Okay, here's number 3.
Pave me a path to follow.
Number 4.
Pave me a path to follow. More of my voice is coming through on number 4. I think the Stedman might be number 3 or number 4, but I'm going to lean towards 3, and I'm going to think the Frameworks is number 4 because it's letting more sound through. But my favorite one is number 4.
Would you like to find out what is what?
Yeah.
Quick reveal. You got 1 out of 4 correct.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's really surprising. This was number 1 though, right?
That was number 1.
Okay, that was the worst, I think.
Okay, so this was the only one she guessed correctly. And
to be honest,
frankly, it's the most different from those 3. So.
Well, I actually thought all of these sounded good when I sang through them.
Okay.
Number 4. Tell me which one number 4 is. Number 4 is my favorite. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. All right, it's been a couple days. We did our first listen, and that was basically just which ones do we like the sound more of. Okay, now I'm gonna do it again, just me, and I'm gonna focus on the sibilance part of these pop filters. Let me know how much of a difference you're hearing down in the comments during this test, and then I'll give you my perspective.
I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow. I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow. I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow. I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow.
Wow. All right, now I just want to compare 2 of them. Let's compare the ISOVox pop filter versus the Gator mesh filter one with the pantyhose double thing. Let's listen to just those 2, because I think those 2 are my favorite, and they both have very different qualities.
I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow. I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow. I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow. I will beg and I'll steal, I will borrow.
Okay, here's my takeaway between the 2. The ISOVox is very consistent. I also feel like it kind of controls some of the low and low mid frequencies of the voice coming in, probably just something to do with the density of the material. I don't know if that's necessarily something I'm gonna love in the mix or not. I used this one on my voice recently. Not totally sure. I haven't compared the Gator one, so I want to do some more tests on that. As far as sibilance is concerned, the ISOVox and the Gator mesh seem to control the sibilance the most. Now, what does this mean for you, and what does this affect? Well, let's look at the price difference here. The Gator is $24 and the ISOVox is $129. So obviously, budget's gonna play quite a significant role in this, especially if you're buying multiple of them. I do think it's interesting how wide the difference in pricing is, literally $100 in difference. The main difference between the cheapest one and the most expensive one is obviously the build quality. Being able to get that pop filter in the exact right place and it's staying there is completely different from the ISOVOX, which is $130, compared to the Gator Mesh, which is $24. That one totally sucks as far as being able to get it in the right place. But the sound is very good. Also, the sound difference between all these pop filters is extremely subtle. Now, you might hear a difference when you start layering vocals. That would be an interesting test, but I would pay a little more attention to the bigger picture and just picking the right microphone for the right voice. That's gonna be the biggest difference. But after doing this test, I would say the pop filter is not insignificant. So I will say this was a fascinating test, and I do love doing these comparison videos because every time I do one, the comment section is lit. You guys are absolutely out of your minds, and I'm totally here for it. Just like all my other videos, I'll put links to the pop filters and the microphone we used in this video down below, as well as all the other gear that's here in the studio. Affiliate links for Sweetwater. Thank you, Sweetwater, for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you in the next one.